guys, May here, and today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my completed K-pop journal. I actually completed this like a long time ago, but there were a couple of spreads that weren't completely finished and I wasn't completely ready to show you guys. But yes, I also have already started my new journal. I've actually spent 2 months in it at this point, and I'm going to film that video next so you guys can see that. When it comes out, I will be sure to link it up above in the iCard in case you guys want to check that out, and also in the end card and down below and everywhere where you link things. Let's go ahead and get started. So if you have not seen my first video, I had just started this, none of this was here. I hadn't decided what I wanted to do yet. I'll go ahead and link that video above right now because most of the first spreads are the same, but yeah, this is the back of it. I believe this was this here, I don't remember. I will go ahead and write what kind of journal this is right here because I can never remember, and yeah, I didn't look it up. It's the one that if you search on Amazon for a bullet journal, it's like the pack of 2 transparent cover. So yeah, this journal was okay. I did end up going with a different kind of journal for my second K-pop journal just because I wasn't a huge fan of this journal. The pages, people have complained about this because this is a pretty popular journal to use. The pages are pretty thin. Also, one of mine, because you get 2 when you buy them, one of mine had sort of a broken, or it was a bent coil, so it was ripping the bottoms of the pages, so I didn't end up using that one. I use that for like doodles and stuff now. So we'll go ahead and go through this. So this is the cover page. I ended up doing just a really pretty picture of me that I wanted to use for a monthly spread and never ended up using, and then I just wrote K-pop journal. So as you can see here, I dated this journal with my start date and my end date, which ended up being April 30th, and I had more personal down here. I won't really go into depth on these first couple of spreads because I showed you them in my first video. This was my first monthly. It's so ugly, oh my gosh. And this was my first attempt at like album review. I feel like it's turned out really good. This one I like a lot less. These pages, I transferred, not this one, but like these, I transferred to my 2018 journal. I used this spread, this video spread, I added this later on, pretty much throughout the majority of this journal, so this was very nice. I liked this a lot. I thought that this was gonna go over to this page, so I never did anything on this page, but it never did that, so it's fine. And like this spread is in my new journal too. It's different now, but we will get to that. And then just a random washi page because I just wanted to fill up space. My December monthly spread, I was so tired of the bright pink that I did that I just like was so over it by the end of it, so I wanted something very like subtle and kind of blue for December, and I really liked this. This is where I started, I did this a little bit in November, but I started keeping track of what videos I felt were doing really well, just so that I would know what kind of content you guys liked. And I always kept a tally over here. Also, I have a little dedication to Junghyun down there. And each month I do playlists and albums. I still do this. This tracker method just did not work for me at all. And then I started doing weekly spreads. When I started this journal, I was like, I'm not a weekly spread person, but I've very much become one. I feel like it just helps me keep my life in order. That was not. Nope. And then we have January. January was Infinite's comeback, so I made it very Infinite themed. This did not work for me at all. I was like, how do I give myself more room and like make it different? But it was not good. Again, I tried to do the tracker thing again, and it didn't work. Then this was something I used up until the end. I saw another journal YouTuber use this, not a K-pop YouTube journaler, but just normal bullet journal YouTuber use this spread, and I've really been liking it. I thought because I was tracking what kind of videos you guys liked that I would also do a little spread to keep track of my growth, and I feel like most YouTubers in their journals have some sort of growth tracker. I feel like it's just a natural thing to be interested in and want to do, so I copied this into my new journal so I could finish out the months. I did this for Instagram as well. Then I just did a random video dump page because even though I already had one, I was like, I want to just write some things down. Sungyeon was telling me don't be lazy. I tried out some different kind of weekly spreads because I didn't really like any of my ones from January. And I also marked when I reached 5K here, which was super exciting. And yeah, February. This was not a good idea. I tried to do trackers and all this on one page. It just did not work. Then I just did a dump page and I didn't really use it except just to doodle, but I guess that works. We have my little dedication for 5K, and then I got a bunch of new washi, so I did a little spread of my favorite washi. Where is that one? I like that. I want to use that. I don't know where it is though. I'll have to find that. And then another weekly spread. I did a little spread for Infinite's album. I really liked the way that this turned out. It was not originally how I wanted it to turn out, but I really liked it. Another weekly. Then I was trying to do more of a, like most K-pop journalers do. I really like the way this turned out. This was just randomly one night. I was like, I'm gonna try to like see if I can do that kind of style without like it being really ugly, and I feel like it worked really well. This is one of my most popular spreads. When I posted it on Instagram, everybody was like obsessed with it, and I can relate. I'm also obsessed with this, but it just took me so long to do. I just can't do it every week. Like I really can't. I did a little 17 director's cut spread. Then I did a little planning for March spread because I just was like, oh, I don't want to make my calendar and everything quite yet, but I do want to write down some of the things I want to include in March and get done in March. So I made this little March spread, and I've been doing these ever since this, and it really helps me like kind of figure out my theme ahead of time, which is really nice. Then I had some things that I wanted to do but haven't yet, and I think I've done most of these things this point. I just never went back and crossed them off. Then another weekly spread for 17, or not 17, and then I almost said Newest. What am I trying to say? NCT's boss, NCTU's boss. Then I did a little spread for Cherry because I was having a lot of Luna feelings, and I love Cherry's color. It's such a pretty purple, and she is my bias in Luna. Then here's my March spread. I really like the way that this turned out. I wish I'd used a different color down here, but again, I did a bunch of sticky notes for every single time I uploaded. That way I can just look at this and be like, well, I uploaded a lot last week, maybe I should like calm down, or I posted a lot of this kind of video recently, maybe I should do this kind of video. And then I have my trackers. This is the first time I made like little calendars where I felt like it worked really well. Not that I did all these things correct, like great, but it was good. Then I went back to this, still hated it. Like I removed the trackers out of it, but I still hated it. And this is the month that I brought in my drama tracker, which is great because I'm the kind of person that will binge watch and then not watch for a week and then binge watch again. So like this kind of spread is super helpful for me. I love this. Then I did a little post on some Infinite things that were happening. Hoya's comeback in the first 82 episodes of Sungyeon's drama. I was thinking the other day how much I miss this because it was such a regular part of my nightly routine. It had 120 episodes. It aired for like 4 months, and I was like, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna do when this ends? And the other day I was really thinking like I miss having like a 30-minute episode of something that I could watch 5 days a week. Another weekly spread. Sungwoo's 10 stories. My 101 spread, which I finished like half of, and then this is one of the spreads I had to finish before I filmed this video, so I did this page the other day. Then I just tried to do the weekend because I was like, well, I don't really do much during the week, so here's my weekend spread, and I didn't really like that very much. Planning for April. April's theme was purple. Yep. Did the trackers again. And I liked this. It turned out kind of messy towards the end because I used so many colors that I kept forgetting which shades of purple were for what, and yeah, it was bad. My playlists and albums, this is when I started trying to be like real creative with it, and I like the way that this turned out. My dramas tracker for April, and I had this little thing I was going to do for my next Bujo. I didn't really go back to this when I started making my new journal. This is a weekly spread I tried to do, which just had, it looks kind of complicated, but it's really not. So I had the date, what I wanted to get done, like what was going on this week, my hours for work, videos I wanted to post on each day. Then I had a just giant to-do list of things that I just wanted to get done during the week, which I found that when I do that to myself, just make a giant to-do list, I save it all for the last 2 days of the week because I'm like, oh, I'll just do that tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. And yeah, so I really need, I'm better when I assign things to certain days. But yeah, and then I would have one, like each individual weekend day, because I'm someone who does most of my K-pop work on the weekend because I work during the week. But yeah, then I did another one. This was BTS Euphoria themed because that was when the music video came out, and this I think might have been the last time I did this. Yeah, then I did another one of those like artsy pages. Yeah, I just did a little update, and I kind of just had like thoughts, so I wrote them down, and then I did a planning for May spread, which is in my next journal, and that's actually the last page in here. I have a couple pages in here. I think I have like 3 or 4, yeah, 5 pages in here, but it wasn't quite enough for me to start May. I really wanted to start May in my new journal, so I'm sorry if that bugs you that there's like 5 blank pages in here. Yeah, and then on the last page, it's actually 2 pages taped together. I have a little envelope attached to back here which has some photos in it. I haven't taken all of them out yet. They're just photos that I wanted to use and never ended up using. I will probably move those to my next journal because I haven't yet. But yeah, this video was a lot shorter than I was expecting it to be, so let me show you some of the supplies that I used. I'll just really quickly go through it though, because yeah, if you want me to do an in-depth video I can, but we'll just talk about it real quick. Black pens I use, mostly Pigma Microns. This is my primary black pen. These are 2 very random sizes. I do have 5 or 6 thicknesses of this pen, but these have been my favorites. I also use a Muji Gel Pen, which I believe I showed it in the last video. I've showed it in a video before, I think. But I really like this. This is more for if I'm writing a lot of text, I'll do this. Sometimes I'll use Pigma Microns, but I tend not to use Pigma Microns for a lot of, if I'm writing like a huge paragraph of text, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they're not for that. So I'll use this if I feel like I need a different pen. For brush pens, I have this one, the Zebra brush pen. I believe this is medium thickness, but yep, this one works pretty good. I also use these brush pens. I can't remember the name of them right now. I'll go ahead and write it above, but you can see they're a lot smaller, but I really like the nibs on these. Of course, like every other person in the world, use Tombow, Fudonosuke. These are just a couple I have. I have quite a few colors, but I also love Crayola Super Tips as well. I feel like these work sometimes for what I'm using it for. They'll work much better. And I use mild liner, highlighters. I really enjoy the marker side of these. Little sticky notes that I had on my monthly spreads. These are from Muji as well. They come in a pack of like 8, and there's like 4 different colors. There's like an orange, a yellow. What else? I print out a lot of the photos that you saw in here, the internet, and I pasted them in here. I just used my normal printer. Some of them were photos from like photo cards that I have. Yeah, let me think what else? I use a lot of stickers and a lot of washi tape. Stickers are just super random. I use a lot of sticky notes as well. I'm in the process of reorganizing all of my stationery, so maybe I will show you guys that in the future, but these are a lot of my little character stickers. I really like these. I feel like most of these can go with any theme, any spread, and they're just really cute. I also have a ton of washi tape. Like, my washi tape collection has expanded so much since the last time you saw it. Like, it's ridiculous. That's why I'm in the process of reorganizing right now. Yeah, I think that's basically it. I'm excited that I finished this journal. I wasn't really sure at the beginning if I was gonna stick with it. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want me to do more bullet journal kind of videos on my channel, more K-pop journal kind of videos, let me know in the comment section down below, because I will start doing more of them again. I did quite a few for a while, and then I just kind of fell off the bullet journal track, but now I am back on it. So yeah, let me know if you would like to see any other kind of journal videos, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye!